Alright, so first I want to start by saying Kalalal Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of James Great Stone, and to you I came out here pushing the truth in sincerity, to elect Shalom. This is Brother Kanan from James, Jamaica, once again, here with a quick lesson. We're going to try to make this real quick as possible. The Prime Minister, Andrew Holness for the Jamaica Prime Minister, basically, he said that, I'm going to play it also, but he said that his reason for locking down the country on Saturdays and Sundays is because of corner shops. The persons in the corner shops are not social distancing. No, I just want to play a video overall and then point out to this stupid excuse that this individual is basically using as refuge, because that's what he's doing. He has no real excuse to say why, because the lockdown don't work. You know what I mean? It's evident worldwide that it doesn't work. And what you're really creating is depression. You're creating persons to wanting to commit suicide, hunger, poverty. That's what you're creating. Society cannot continue in this manner for so long. People are going to break. But I'm going to show you the stupidity behind what this man is saying. Alright, so let me play the video. Alright, and then I'm going to play a next video explaining that. Alright.
The persons in your constituency and in so many other constituencies across the island who can't buy food for 3 days of lockdown.
Because the persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pound of rice, the big jar of oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back. Those persons are not wearing their mask.
Mr. Holness, me run up and down here in a green shirt. Mountain View people run up and down here in a green shirt. Whole heap of get up.
Alright, so let's pause it a little. Alright, so those persons are not wearing their masks and they're not social distancing according to Andrew Holness, right? Wherever you go, the same situation is with a lot of persons. Persons don't wear the mask to certain situation. The mask doesn't even stop this. You know what I mean? Because you came first, there was one mask, now they were wearing 2 masks. So there's a confusion out there about what really needs to be done. You know what I mean? And it's not solving anything. You know what I mean? But I'm going to play the next video again because I'm going to show you the hypocrisy behind that scapegoat or refuge of an excuse that you've run to. Alright?
People who run up and down here in a green shirt. With all fairness, when you single out the people that can buy half a bread and 2 pound of flour, that not fair, Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, dress up your speech, because you're including me in it and the whole heap of people, them and whole heap of get up people, where them few years when I go out with it, same as all the rich people, them see whole heap of big party at keep, whole heap of international artists come here and they are about, I mean, I see Mr. Video put up, I mean, I see none of them in a... So Mr. Holness, you shouldn't say something like that, sir. Me love you to me heart, you can't do no wrong in me eye, but today you're wrong.
Alright, so, right? You've heard it. No, again, what she's saying is facts. You know what I mean? And again, I've been saying, or many brothers have been saying, this is an whole act, this is a whole shirt, this is an acting. This is like a movie and actors playing their roles in it. Alright? Look at this, look at this. Alright? Alright, so one moment. Look at this real quick.
Expiration day look worse. No, sir. No social distance, sir. What go on, sir? What go on, sir? This not look good. This not look good, sugar tech.
This is people lining up to go and take vaccine. This is how everywhere in Jamaica looks where you're going into any business place, any institution at all. There's a long line, no social distancing outside, but when you get into the building, then they decide to social distance. It is stupid and rubbish. You know what I mean? And when you create a way in which everyone has to rush to get somewhere at a certain time period, you're creating crowd. That is common knowledge. You're creating crowd. So if there was a case that you need to prevent social distancing, or you need to create social distance, sorry, and you would have basically specified hours for persons to go out and do whatever they need to do. Again, I'm not with this whole pandemic movement, all right? But and I mean that would have been a better solution and a smarter solution than to create a rush in a specific time frame for everyone to try and meet that rush, and then you create havoc. You know, because you're creating what expiration date for some vaccination or whatever, and look, there's a rush for everyone, a lot of persons that are silly in my eyes to go there and get it. So is this social distancing? This is where your people are basically doing your vaccination. Is social distancing taking place? You should lock down the avenues in your persons that are getting vaccinated, because it is not, there's no order outside. You should lock it down, just like how you're locking down poor people from going to corner shops and buying food because they buy it on a daily process. And for most corner shops, it is not even packed like this. A corner shop cannot even hold a certain amount of person in it at a certain time period. And I mean, so most corner shop is single traffic. I know some is more busier than some, but for most part, most corner shop is maybe 1 or 2 person in the friggin' shop, and you're locking those shops down, which shows that you have no vision and you're just putting persons under oppression more and more. It is stupid. Alright, and you're what? A blind leader leading the blind, just like I've been explaining earlier. This is Matthew 15 and verse 14. Let me just read it real quick. I can just quote it, but let me just read it. Right? It says Matthew 15 and verse 14. It says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. That female that said that she was running up and down for you, she was blind. Because only a blind person would run back a blind leader. Because Andrews has no vision for Jamaica. He has no future that he creates. He's basically taking orders and passing those orders on to you. And those orders are the agenda of the so-called white man, NATO. And I mean the UN nation, and our United Nations. That's what he's following. Agenda 21, Vision 2030. Just look at your TV and see what is basically promoted. It is not the promotion of Holness. It is basically funding and material or plans by the United Nations of a new world order that is basically being implemented, which is what you people call the devil. But which is really going into the devil ruling the earth, because the devil is a deceiver, and who is being deceived? You people are being deceived. And I mean, so I'm going to make this video short. So with that, I want to say, Kala Lal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai Ba'ashem Rakakodash. The Banner to the apostles again, and elders of James Tremble Son and Tia Timot there. Shalom.